The election of Tom Perez, I think, was probably the last nail in the Democratic Party's coffin because they sent American voters a really clear message. They told every single voter that they don't represent the voters. They represent large multinational corporations and the billionaires that finance them. And this was a message that wasn't just implicit. This was explicit because they literally, just hours after electing Tom Perez as the new chairman of the party, they voted down a ban on lobbyist contributions to the party. Think of the optics here. They are saying, no, we are not going to stop the money from large corporations from funding us. Even though our base disproportionately cares about money in politics, we no longer are going to advocate against legalized bribery. We're no longer going to talk about Citizens United. So they've embraced corruption. Let's be clear, they embraced corruption. And now, what the party is about is not about representing you. It's not about representing me. It's about representing the elites. And the reason why they're doing this is not because they care about the elites. They're doing this because they want money. It's all about the money, and you don't have to take my word for it. You could take the word of DNC insiders who admitted that it's just about the money to them.
I am so proud to have been your treasurer for the last 18 years. And I am so excited to do everything I can to help our amazing new chair, Tom Perez, and our amazing new deputy chair, Keith Ellison, to move forward. We have so much work to do. It's been such an honor working with chairs like Donna Brazil and Howard Dean, who's in the room. This has been 18 years I wouldn't trade for anything. But it's my obligation to step down because we need somebody who has the energy and the fresh perspective to tackle this thing. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be asking everybody, all of you I've been hitting up for money, I'm going to keep hitting up for money. But I was determined to try to find someone who could do it better and with more energy. And I found him. And his name is Bill Darrow. And he's got a great Democratic story. He has an amazing success. He's exactly the person who can go to rich business folks and explain to them why it's the Democratic Party under which they will make the most money and succeed. And by the way, give some of it to us. Give some of it to us.
So that was Andrew Tobias. He's been the DNC Treasurer since 1999, and I want to reiterate what he said here. He said that the new DNC Treasury Secretary can go to rich business folks and explain to them why it's the Democratic Party under which they will make the most money and succeed. And by the way, give us some of that. Now, what he's saying here is that, the Democratic Party will help you to succeed because we're going to give you certain perks if you donate to us. So we will maybe roll back your taxes. We will reduce some regulations that are bogging you down. We'll make it so that way you can exploit your workers and not raise the minimum wage, and we'll be okay with that so long as you continue to give us money. And by the way, give us some money. Have you heard? We're looking for some money. So, they're just openly flaunting the fact that they're all about the money. This wasn't a closed-door meeting. This was public. This was on Fox News. The DNC Treasurer gloating about he wants someone who's going to be the new Treasury Secretary of the DNC to go to rich people and beg them for money because the Democratic Party is going to do good things for rich people. And yet what's hilarious to me is that they continue to make no secret about the fact that they want Bernie Sanders' email list. They want Bernie Sanders' email list so that way all of the millions of people who donated to Bernie Sanders, well, they can exploit those people for money. So they're going to take money from billionaires, and then they have the nerve to ask working people to finance their campaigns as well. Well, this is what I have to say to you. If you want my money, you're not getting it. Go to the billionaire donors that you've cozied up with. Go to the elites. Go to the rich. Because apparently they've been serving you so well. So you don't need us, right? You've told us that you don't need us. You've communicated to us time and again that you want nothing to do with progressives. And it's not even just about progressives. It's about reasonable people who want to get money out of politics, who don't think it's fair for American citizens to go bankrupt or die if they don't have health insurance. We're asking for something that every other modern nation has, universal health care. We're asking to get money out of politics. These are things that the Democratic Party should be cheerleading, but they're not. They're so corrupt, they don't care. And here's the thing, you can continue to search for money, but it's not going to serve you well. Hillary Clinton outraised Donald Trump by almost a 2-to-1 margin. And look what happened. She lost. So you can continue to choose money over voters, But guess what? You're going to continue to lose, and you flaunting the fact that you don't care about voters, that you are cozying up with elites, it's not doing you any good. So please continue to be corrupt, because you're only fueling the fire of people who want to start a brand new party, and you're only encouraging Justice Democrats to take over the party because you don't deserve power. You've bungled the power that you have. You're in a position right now that is really important of all times. We have Donald Trump as president, and you are choosing to shun voters and turn away half the base. You are shameless. Any person in the DNC who voted against Keith Ellison or Sam Ronan, anyone in the DNC who voted down the ban on lobbyist contributions, they need to be fired immediately. And I love how, during the debate, you can watch the footage from TYT Politics. There were some DNC members who were talking about, well, when we talk about corporations, I don't want to ban money from all corporations because there's a lot of small corporations as well. We're talking about the large corporations. We're not talking about working class business owners. We're talking about the large corporations. Payday lenders that bought off the last DNC chair. We're talking about defense contractors. We're talking about these consultants that the Democratic Party spends billions hiring that just, they're apparently not doing you any good. So, look, continue to keep your heads up your asses. But, you're going to realize that if you abandon voters, you will not win elections. Get it together.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.